The Israel-Palestinian conflict is a protracted and complex dispute over land, resources, and self-determination. The conflict dates back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when Zionist movements emerged advocating for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. The Balfour Declaration of 1917, issued by the British government, expressed support for a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, further intensifying tensions between Jewish and Arab communities in the region. During the Mandate period, when Britain administered Palestine from 1920 to 1948, Jewish immigration increased, leading to increased clashes and violence between Jewish and Arab communities. The United Nations proposed a partition plan in 1947 to divide Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states. But this was rejected by the Arab states and Palestinian Arab leaders who wanted the entire territory for themselves. Nevertheless, on May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion, the leader of the Jewish Agency, declared the establishment of the State of Israel, leading to the Arab states' intervention in the conflict and subsequent hostilities. The 1948 Arab-Israeli War, also known as the War of Independence or Nakba and Nakba catastrophe in Arabic, resulted in the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians from their homes, becoming refugees in neighboring Arab countries, or in the areas that would eventually become the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem. Israel captured and occupied additional territories during the war, including the West Bank from Jordan and the Gaza Strip from Egypt. Since then, multiple conflicts, wars, and uprisings have occurred, leading to a cycle of violence, suffering, and political stalemate. The Six-Day War in 1967 resulted in Israel's occupation of the West Bank, Gaza Strip, East Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. Israel's control over these territories has been a significant point of contention, particularly regarding the establishment of a Palestinian state and the expansion of Israeli settlements in the occupied territory. Numerous peace initiatives and negotiations have taken place over the years to find a solution to the conflict. The Oslo Accords, signed in 1993, and subsequent negotiations aimed to establish a framework for a two-state solution. But unresolved issues, including the status of Jerusalem, borders, settlements, security, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees, have hindered progress. Peace efforts have often been hampered by acts of violence, such as suicide bombings and rocket attacks conducted by Palestinian militant groups and military operations by Israel. The conflict has had widespread regional and international ramifications, with neighboring Arab countries playing a role in supporting the Palestinians and other actors, such as the United States, Europe, and Russia, attempting to mediate between the parties. Despite intermittent periods of relative calm, the conflict remains unresolved, with both Israelis and Palestinians continuing to suffer the consequences of ongoing tensions and violence.